On this episode of Top Tier Tips, we cover your first lower body dynamic day with the new programming. I'm going to go over rear foot elevated split squats and a single arm kettlebell swing. So first note is that on Thursday's training session, your weightlifting, your strength training is all supposed to be done with some speed, particularly the back squat. So you have a back squat EMOM and you're going to be doing sets with 75% of your max. What I want all of you guys to do is move the barbell as quickly as possible on the way up out of the squat. So if you're not feeling comfortable bringing it down under control in a quick manner, I'm not asking you to do that, but I do want speed out of the hole, out of the bottom, like a rocket ship shooting into the sky. All right, so I want that on every single rep of every single set of your back squats tomorrow, and that will be true for the next 3 weeks, okay? Now, second exercise in strength training is a rear foot elevated split squat. So let's go over that. First thing is figure out where to put your kettlebells or dumbbells because you're going to be holding them down by your hip. Some of you won't hold anything at all and you'll just do this with your body weight, okay? So what typically a reasonable place to start is to line up against the bench, take 1 step, 2 steps, and then try that, right? So you'll put the foot up on the bench, and then I want you guys to sit back towards your foot. So you're gonna sit backwards, and then stand up. Sit backwards, and then stand up. Sit back, and then stand. Now I like to be a little further away from my bench, so it's about 2.5 steps. All right, so what I do is I figure that out, and then I put my kettlebells down there or my dumbbells down there on the ground, and I'll grab them when I go down for my first rep. That way I don't have to try and stabilize, trying to figure out how to get my foot on the bench with things in my hand. So I've 2.5 steps out from my bench, put my foot up there, I bend down, get my kettlebells, chest up, and then I stand up. My leg is as straight as it can get in the front here. I sit back towards my rear foot. Look how vertical my shin is on the front leg. And then stand all the way back up. Nice, comfortable, good posture. Sit back, nice vertical shin, stand up. So what I'm trying to have you guys not do is this. All right, see how I'm not sitting back, my shin is shooting really far forwards. All right, I don't want that. I want you back here. When you're done your last rep, put the kettlebells down, stand up, step off. That way, again, you're not balancing with too heavy things in your hands. All right? Now, the third strength exercise is a kettlebell swing. It's a 1-arm kettlebell swing. And the weight should be hard. It should be challenging. It's not going to be as heavy as your 2-hand swing, but I see way too many people going way too light in the kettlebell swings. Single arm swings are great for strengthening your obliques, great for the hips, and great for shoulder stability too, because your arm should be swiveling, but the shoulder itself should not be pulled forwards. All right, so you got to become good at retraction to the mid-back, right, while the arm is swiveling with your swing, okay? So overload the motion as best you can with heavy weight. The cutoff point for weight would be anything that you can't stop your shoulder from coming forward. It's too heavy, go a little lighter. But I want this to be hard to lock down. And I want it to be challenging to keep the pendulum moving, okay? And that pendulum should happen on a hinge. So your kettlebell swings should look like mine now, where the kettlebell is going behind the hip and the shoulder is pinned down, and should not become a squat thing. Right now I'm squatting and that's incorrect. nor should the shoulder here start to be pulled away like this. All right, notice that the shape of my shoulder on the back here is way too round. I should be locked down like I am now, and then back to my hinge. All right, a good self-check when your coach isn't watching you is when you're swinging with your free arm. So here's my free arm, here's my kettlebell arm, right? If they are equal length, all right, while I'm trying to pull the shoulder back, I'm in good shape. If instead, my free hand is way longer, my kettlebell arm is way longer than my free hand, like it is now, then I'm doing a crappy job of keeping my shoulder in good position. So my coach isn't watching, they're busy helping someone else. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna correct. I'm gonna bring my shoulder down and back, all right, and now my hand and my kettlebell arm are equal length, okay? That's a nice self-check for those that aren't in the moment being helped with a coach. As always, comment on Facebook, comment on Instagram, and if you guys need any direct help, either email me at jason@toptiercolumbia.com, or better yet, send me a text, 443-742-1224.